We spend our whole life trying to make sense of it. We try to put everything in order: a good childhood, a stable job, a perfect marriage, well raised kids, a few holidays, some success, a peaceful old age, and finally, a quiet death. We feel that if everything fits into this story, if we follow this timeline correctly, then somehow in the end, we'll feel satisfied. As if the mind will finally say, yes, that was a good life. But it never does. That's the trap. The mind doesn't care whether your story is complete or not. It just wants a story, it wants patterns, it wants meaning, it wants drama. And when it doesn't get what it wants, it creates it. That's why, even when everything is fine, we feel something is missing. That's why, even on our happiest days, we scroll endlessly, crave more attention, want something sad to feel deep or something exciting to feel alive. That's why people watch tragedies even when they're perfectly happy. That's why people fight in good relationships. That's why someone with all the success in the world still feels empty, because the mind doesn't want peace, it wants movement, it feeds on noise, it wants to fix problems, and if there aren't any, it creates them. If everything is going well, it brings up old pain. If life feels too perfect, it craves a little chaos. It gets bored with calm. It misses sadness or a challenge or something broken to fix, just so the ego can feel important again. The mind wants something to conquer all the time. And most dangerously, the mind wants us to become its puppet. It doesn't just whisper ideas, it wants full control. It wants to pull the strings of our actions, our emotions, our entire life. And without even realizing it, we start dancing to its tune. We think we're living freely, but in reality, we are being led by an invisible master that never stops demanding. So we spend our entire life chasing things for the mind. We try to please it. We eat when it craves, chase people when it feels lonely, work like mad for status, for name, for attention. We try to become someone in the world, thinking one day the mind will be satisfied. But it never is. It always wants more. You give it money, it wants more. You give it love, it wants more. You give it peace, it says it's boring. And we keep running in circles. We think if we fulfill the mind's wishes, if we earn enough, love enough, experience enough, it will finally rest. But the truth is, its hunger only grows stronger. Its demands become louder. And no matter how perfect your life looks on the outside, inside there's always a restless voice that says something is missing. That's why saints, sages, and monks go against the mind. That's why they don't try to fulfill it. They try to end it. Not because the world is bad or life is meaningless, but because the mind keeps covering up the truth with its noise. It doesn't allow us to see life as it is. It keeps asking for things, fixing things, explaining things, judging things. And in doing so, it clouds everything. They practice strict discipline not to torture themselves, but to cut the mind off from its fuel, to weaken it, to stop feeding it so it dies. And when the mind is silent, not entertained, not fulfilled, but actually quiet, then something else opens up. Something vast, something peaceful, something real. The truth behind the noise, the stillness behind all the movement, the awareness that was always there, waiting quietly behind the mind's curtain. The truth is, you don't need to live out the so called complete life. You don't need to fix everything. You don't need to make your life a perfect movie with a beginning, middle, and end. You don't need to get married, have kids, retire peacefully, and then die thinking it was all meaningful. That's just the mind talking. You can break the chain. Right now, you can walk away from the story. You can stop trying to fulfill every desire that pops up. You can stop listening to that voice that keeps saying, but what if? You don't need to give meaning to everything. You don't need a reason for every moment. Just living is enough. Just being is enough. Don't try to perfect your life. Don't try to fix your mess. The mess is real, the chaos is honest. That's where freedom begins. When you stop obeying the mind, when you stop chasing its dreams, when you stop believing that peace will come after everything is done. Peace doesn't come after the story ends. Peace comes when the story is dropped, when you no longer care to complete the picture. Kill the mind. Not your brain, not your intelligence, but the part of the mind that constantly wants, constantly judges, constantly talks. Kill that voice. Starve it. Don't feed it with desires. Don't feed it with overthinking. Don't feed it with stories. But how do we kill the mind? Not with violence, not with hate, but with awareness and playfulness. First, watch it, like you'd watch a child throwing tantrums. Don't jump to fulfill its wishes. Just observe. Let the craving rise. See it, feel it, and let it pass. Don't react. Don't obey. Second, laugh at it seriously. When the mind says something dramatic like, "You're worthless unless you achieve this," or "Your life is incomplete without this person," just smile. Say, "Oh, you again?" Don't fight it. Don't fear it. Just don't take it so seriously. Third, make fun of its cravings. If your mind says, "I need attention, I need validation," playfully say, "Okay, mind, should I print a certificate of importance for you too?" This breaks its seriousness. The more you joke with it, the weaker its grip becomes. Fourth, create space between you and the mind. Practice moments of stillness. Sit quietly every day, even for 5 minutes. Just sit. No phone, no distraction. Watch your breath. Watch your thoughts come and go like clouds. Slowly the sky clears. Fifth, don't try to win against it. Just ignore its urgency. Not every thought needs a reply. Not every craving needs action. Delay your response. Postpone your reaction. Let it burn out. Sixth, do the opposite sometimes. When the mind says, "You must check your phone now," don't. When it says, "Escape this silence," stay in it. When it says, "Buy this, fix this, prove this," just pause. Do nothing. Doing the opposite breaks its momentum. Lastly, treat the mind like a background character. It's not your boss. It's not your guru. It's not your true self. It's just noise. Persistent, familiar, sometimes clever, but still noise. You don't have to destroy the mind completely. Just stop letting it drive the vehicle. Let it sit quietly in the back seat. That's enough. And slowly, without war, without struggle, it begins to fade. And then silence remains. Not a hollow silence, but a silence that is full, alive, and free. And in that silence, for the first time, you will see things clearly. You will feel whole without effort. And you'll know this was never about completing the story. It was always about waking up from it.